Imagine a single business deal so powerful that it could fundamentally reshape not only how life-saving medicines are discovered and manufactured, but also how these therapies reach millions of people around the globe, transforming entire national healthcare systems and rewriting the rules of pharmaceutical innovation. Picture a world where cutting-edge treatments, once reserved for the privileged few or considered science fiction, such as cures for rare genetic diseases, advanced cancer immunotherapies, and even potential eradication of persistent viral infections, are within reach for ordinary people. This isn't just a vision of the distant future, it is happening now, quietly, in the heart of South Korea. Zoom in on Seoul's vibrant Gangnam district. Here, within a landscape better known for K-pop and tech startups, a company named ST Pharm is rapidly emerging as a pivotal force in a global pharmaceutical revolution. While its name might not ring a bell for most people, ST Pharm is quietly signing contracts valued in the hundreds of millions of dollars, constructing world-class manufacturing facilities, and attracting attention from virtually every major player in the international biotech ecosystem. So, what is driving this sudden surge of interest in a company many outside South Korea have barely heard of? Why are pharmaceutical giants from North America, Europe, and Asia all turning their focus to this one Korean innovator? To truly understand this phenomenon, let's rewind the clock and explore the roots of ST Pharm. Founded several decades ago, ST Pharm began as a modest supplier of traditional active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs. Back then, it played a supporting role in the vast, complex supply chains that power the modern pharmaceutical industry. But in the early 2000s, the company's leadership recognized a seismic shift on the horizon: the rise of genetic medicines, particularly those based on synthetic molecules called oligonucleotides. Oligonucleotides are short, artificially synthesized strands of nucleic acids, the core building blocks of genetic code. These tiny sequences may sound arcane, but their application is nothing short of revolutionary. They can silence malfunctioning genes, activate beneficial ones, or serve as precision guides for gene editing tools like CRISPR, allowing scientists to target and repair specific genetic mutations. This technology has already delivered breakthroughs in treating conditions such as cardiovascular diseases, metabolic syndromes including diabetes, and chronic viral infections like hepatitis and HIV. For patients, these advances mean new hope. For the pharmaceutical sector, they usher in an era of medicine that is more precise, personalized, and powerful than ever before. Over the past several years, a global race has erupted among biotech firms, all vying for reliable partners who can manufacture these intricate molecules at industrial scale with unwavering quality and security. The stakes are enormous. Any slip in the manufacturing process can delay critical drug launches, compromise patient safety, or trigger devastating regulatory setbacks. In this high-stakes environment, the ability to deliver oligonucleotide APIs safely, consistently, and at scale has become one of the industry's most sought-after capabilities. ST Pharm has seized this moment. According to company reports and industry analysts, demand for ST Pharm's oligonucleotide APIs has exploded since the year 2022, with the company's order backlog, a crucial indicator of future business, growing at a compound annual rate of nearly 29%. At the close of last year, that backlog reached roughly 232 billion Korean won, a figure that would have been unimaginable only a few years earlier. Even more astonishing, projections indicate that by the middle of next year, this number will surge past 443 billion won. That is a 91% increase in less than 2 years, reflecting an unprecedented influx of contracts and a tidal wave of global interest. So, what is fueling this meteoric rise? One major factor is the rapidly shifting regulatory landscape. In response to mounting geopolitical tensions and growing concerns about supply chain security, the United States enacted the Biosecure Act, a sweeping piece of legislation designed to reduce reliance on Chinese suppliers for critical pharmaceutical components. With its advanced infrastructure, rigorous regulatory standards, and robust international certifications, South Korea has emerged as a prime alternative for American drug developers. ST Pharm, with its relentless focus on quality and innovation, is perfectly positioned to fill this gap. But these agreements are only the beginning. ST Pharm is in the midst of a bold, multi-year expansion plan. The centerpiece of this strategy is Oligo Plant 2, a next-generation production facility backed by an investment exceeding $110 million. Scheduled to open in September, This state-of-the-art plant will boost the company's production capacity from 6.4 mol to 8.7 mol by the following year, according to DCAT Value Chain Insights. To put this in perspective, this expansion will allow ST Pharm to not only fulfill its rapidly growing backlog, but also to pursue new contracts with some of the world's most ambitious biotech innovators. Chris S. Choi, Senior Vice President at ST Pharm, articulated the company's vision during a recent industry panel. Oligo Plant 2 will give us the flexibility and technological muscle needed for the next generation of RNA therapeutics. Our partners expect us to adapt rapidly, manage complex schedules, and integrate the latest scientific advances with flawless execution. This flexibility is not just about ramping up production, it's about building a responsive, agile organization capable of serving as a true partner to drug developers on the front lines of medical innovation. Industry insiders are abuzz with speculation that these new contracts may signal a much broader transformation. Sources at the Korea Biomedical Review suggest that ST Pharm is on the cusp of becoming a crucial supplier for active ingredients used in blockbuster HIV therapies, a deal made possible largely by the new U.S. biosecurity requirements. If this comes to fruition, ST Pharm would find itself at the heart of the fight against one of humanity's most persistent and devastating public health challenges. However, the road ahead is anything but smooth. The oligonucleotide API market is not only expanding at breakneck speed, it is becoming fiercely competitive. Established pharmaceutical powerhouses in Europe, North America, and Asia are pouring resources into scaling up their own production lines, investing in cutting-edge technologies, and securing exclusive contracts with the world's most promising biotech startups. For ST Pharm, staying ahead will require relentless vigilance, continual innovation, and operational excellence at every level. Scaling up productions of such complex molecules presents an array of technical and logistical challenges. Each step, from sourcing ultra-pure raw materials and executing precise chemical syntheses to maintaining world-class quality control, carries the risk of costly delays, technical breakdowns, or regulatory stumbles. The consequences of a single misstep can be catastrophic, not only for the company's financial health but, more importantly, for the patients whose lives depend on these medicines. In response, ST Pharm has doubled down on process automation, digital monitoring systems, and comprehensive staff training, striving to eliminate human error and ensure flawless execution across its operations. Beyond oligonucleotides, ST Pharm is setting its sights on the next frontier, gene editing. The company is making aggressive moves into the production of CRISPR-guide RNAs, highly specialized molecules that serve as the navigational beacons for gene editing tools. This is a technically demanding field, requiring not just advanced manufacturing expertise but also the capacity to navigate fast-evolving regulatory environments and manage complex collaborations with academic researchers and early-stage biotech companies. ST Pharm wants to move beyond being a specialized oligonucleotide CDMO, short for Contract Development and Manufacturing Organization, and become a full-service gene therapy powerhouse. This means offering seamless end-to-end solutions for partners, from early-stage research and clinical trials to large-scale commercial manufacturing and logistics. The answers to these questions will define not only ST Pharm's future but also the broader trajectory of global pharmaceutical innovation. As the company prepares to unveil its new mega facility, the world is watching with a potent mix of anticipation and skepticism. Will this Korean dark horse revolutionize the landscape of advanced medicine, ushering in a new era of personalized healthcare? Or will the formidable pressures of scale, regulation, and international rivalry prove too great to overcome? Looking forward, the stakes could not be higher. If ST Pharm can successfully execute its strategy, making the leap from a niche oligonucleotide CDMO to a fully integrated leader in gene therapy manufacturing, it could fundamentally alter the competitive dynamics of the industry. The completion of Oligo Plant 2 is not just a symbol of its ambition, it is a declaration that ST Pharm is here to stay. By increasing production capacity by more than a third by the year 2025, the company is positioning itself to capture even larger contracts, deliver on its promises, and solidify its reputation as an agile, innovative force in a fast-evolving field. Yet there are storm clouds on the horizon. The race to dominate the oligonucleotide API market is growing more intense by the month. Established heavyweights from Europe, North America, and Asia are racing to build ever larger plants, form strategic alliances, and court the most valuable biotech clients. Industry analysts are quick to note that ST Pharm's meteoric rise brings significant operational risks, from potential supply chain disruptions and labor shortages to the increasing complexity of regulatory compliance as the number of drug launches multiplies worldwide. Moreover, clients are no longer satisfied with reliability and speed alone. They now demand sustainability, seamless digital integration, and the ability to handle ever more sophisticated and customized molecules. As the environment for advanced manufacturing becomes more challenging, ST Pharm's leadership recognizes that the future will belong to those who can combine technical excellence with strategic flexibility. Chris S. Choi, reflecting on the company's philosophy, remarked, "Flexibility and reliability are what decide winners in RNA therapeutics. If we deliver speed and consistency, our clients will stick with us. But we must also anticipate their future needs, sustainability, digitalization, and rapid scientific evolution." Innovation, however, remains a moving target. As ST Pharm expands into the frontier of CRISPR-guide RNA manufacturing, it faces a host of new technical and regulatory hurdles. Success in this arena could position the company as a foundational partner in the next era of gene-editing therapies, treatments that could one day cure sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, or even genetically inherited forms of blindness. But the complexity of customized, highly regulated production means that even minor missteps could have outsized consequences. The regulatory environment is evolving rapidly, with new guidelines and safety requirements emerging in response to both breakthroughs and scandals. The Biosecure Act in the United States is just one example of how political and scientific developments can reshape the playing field overnight. For ST Pharm, the ability to adapt quickly, to anticipate regulatory changes and build flexibility into its operations may prove to be its greatest strength, or conversely, its Achilles heel. For investors, biotech professionals, and anyone following the future of medicine, the unfolding story of ST Pharm offers a series of valuable, practical lessons. First, it demonstrates how quickly a company can scale when it anticipates global health megatrends, invests boldly in cutting-edge technologies, and forges strategic international partnerships. Second, it serves as a cautionary tale. In industries driven by relentless scientific innovation, today's pioneers can become tomorrow's laggards if they underestimate the speed of competitive change or the sheer difficulty of scaling industrial operations. Just look at the pharmaceutical giants of the past who failed to adapt to new technologies. Many of them now exist only as footnotes in history books, their market share captured by more agile, forward-thinking rivals. There are also lessons here about the importance of sustainability and environmental responsibility. As governments and consumers demand greener, more sustainable manufacturing practices, ST Pharm's investments in clean technologies and waste reduction could become a key differentiator. Companies that succeed in minimizing their environmental footprint while delivering advanced therapies will be better positioned to win the trust of regulators, clients, and patients alike. For the average viewer, ST Pharm's story offers a fascinating glimpse into the hidden engines of modern healthcare. The pills and therapies that save lives around the world are often made possible not by celebrity scientists in glamorous research labs, but by the precise, methodical work of companies like ST Pharm, organizations whose names may never appear on a prescription label, but whose influence is felt in every hospital and pharmacy. Their commitment to quality and innovation is the foundation upon which tomorrow's medical miracles will be built. Looking ahead, the stakes for ST Pharm, and for the global biotech industry, have never been higher. If the company can maintain its momentum, continue to innovate, and build deep, trust-based partnerships across continents, it stands a strong chance of delivering on its blockbuster promises. But its future will depend on its ability to weather industry storms, adapt to regulatory shifts, and keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible. And here's a little-known truth. Many of the world's most advanced gene therapies and personalized medicines, treatments that restore hope, save lives, and redefine the boundaries of science, owe their existence to the tireless, behind-the-scenes work of companies like ST Pharm. Their story is a reminder that the next great leap in healthcare is often already underway, unfolding far from the spotlight.